So I'm sitting here waiting for my daughter Ashley to come out of singing lessons. As long as she doesn't come out singing like me, we're good. What's this riffraff? What is this riffraff right here? What is this? What we got going on here, son? Well, whatever. They call me Scarface. That's what I said, man. Sanctuary. No, man, you said sanitary. When he first was on the bus coming to America. So the Lloyd Brunson brother, or Lloyd himself, was one of the Brunson brothers. Brunson brother case. Again, it's gone. The Supreme Court's not going to hear it. Rehearing, no, it's done. And I'm telling y'all, from when I first heard about these guys, there's just no way. They came out of nowhere, the trumpet player playing brothers. They just came out of nowhere and decided to do this. And like, I'm going, everything happens for a reason. I don't think this is by chance, by accident. And the other day, John Rich, the country singer who's a big Trump fan, he's loud and around, letting people know his opinion, which I love the guy. And didn't he just post out of nowhere, like, I'm going to say maybe a week ago, could have been a little longer, watch the Brunson case or something about the Brunson, and it's been quiet for a while. That whole case and whatever I thought was gone for good. The Supreme Court said, no, they're not going to. Third time's the charm, rehearing. No, they failed again, And I'm going, yeah, Red October. That post on the message board, Red October. Yeah, but what year? Which Delta is it going to be? We haven't had a Red October yet, have we? In all definitions of that meaning. But we got an election coming up here in a matter of days, really, a month. And it's October right now. And things are kind of looking interesting right now. When all of a sudden, they post on their Telegram, the Brunson brothers. And they post a link to a video that they just put up about the Rule 11 and the importance of it. And they got a clip of Roseanne Barr yelling on, I was about to say Hannity, on Tucker Carlson. They overthrew your country and your government. They overthrew the Constitution. She's yelling. And there's some clips, basically. But more importantly, the title is something about the Supreme Court and Rule number 11. And it basically, I think in the description, it mentioned that you can get a rehearing, even if they didn't want to listen to it the first time when they denied it, or the second time, or the third time. You can petition because it's a Rule 11. It's so important. And again, nothing like this had ever been done before, especially by a citizen, pro se, meaning they're representing themselves to the Supreme Court. But somehow it made it through all that to be denied at the last minute a few times. And again, the whole time I'm telling you, don't just throw this out. It's over. It's game over. There's something to this. Keep watching. So when John Rich posted that the other day, like, watch the Brunson case, or, something about it in advance. And then again, days later now, they post something about the Rule 11. And that reminds me of the movie Joe Dirt. Rule number 1, I'm number 1. Rule number 2, the croc is number 2. First he says, there are 3 rules when dealing with a deadly alligator. Rule number 1, I'm number 1. Rule number 2, the croc's number 2. Now, before we get started, what about rule number 3? Little chubby kid. What about rule number 3? You said rule number 3, didn't you? Why'd you stop at 2? What about rule number 11? I think we're all about to find out And there's a little saying that goes, FAFO, fuck around and find out. I don't think any of us had to F around. Be honest with you. I think a whole lot of us are about to find out whether we wanted to F around or not. I got a sneaky suspicion this could be Red October. And if the Supreme Court decides to hear this after saying no a bunch of times, again, timing is absolutely critical. And Tory had already said numerous times, this whole Supreme Court thing, it's on an absolute timeline. She said that. What Supreme Court thing? Tory, what, you mean the Brunson case? What are you talking about? So if they take this case and hundreds of Congress members are immediately thrown out, and by the way, Tory was in D.C. recently, so God, there's a lot of not Secret Service, marshals, federal marshals. I even spoke to a few of them. She says, oh, well, matter of factly, you know, that old chestnut. There's a bunch of marshals running around here for fun, I guess, in D.C. recently. And I'm just thinking, there's a whole bunch of Congress members, I've spoke about this before regarding the Brunson case. They're out of a job because of what the case is. And they nullify the last 4 years of every single thing politically. Voting, you voted for this Congress member, you voted for that governor. Why? Because they all use the same machines, the same reason, blah, blah, blah. They can nullify everything. And then the military comes in, takes key positions while we figure this out. But the case, if you recall, left around 100 or 150 of these Congress and senators, House and Senate members, Congress, House and Senate members, alone. They weren't on this lawsuit, essentially, because they said they did try to ask for Congress to look into what they figured might be cheating. They weren't sure. But the thing is, if it's brought to their attention that there's some evidence or whatever that could have happened, supposedly they're supposed to look at it. And all of those hundreds said, nope, F you, we're just going to continue on and get the new president in here and do the whole process. So the lawsuit says all of you guys are being named, but not these other ones, because they did try. So if we're left with a House and Senate of essentially a skeleton crew, very few, and they say, oh, because of this happened, Trump, you're the president right now. Election coming up or not, you're the president right now. Can you imagine how quickly, and believe me, they already have legislation written. It's already written. It's already done. It's not going to tell, we need a few weeks to write up stuff and seize the moment. Oh, no. Trust me. They've already got it all written up. But that's going to change the Constitution. We need a 2/3 vote. No problem. Do your 2/3, because the 2/3 is of the 100 and something of them that didn't get wrapped up in the lawsuit thing with the Supreme Court. So all these people would essentially be pro-America, pro-Trump people, absolutely agreeing to make the changes necessary. And then Trump would sign off, or by chance they're like, well, no, let's not leave him president. Let's let the military take that spot. However, since Congress did the 2/3 thing, don't need us anyways. They just fixed everything. And there's nothing these people will be able to do. And then again, the scene from Dick Algar's remote viewing, Congress shut down, adjourning for the last time, loss of power, blah, blah, blah. People crying out there. The members of Congress can't believe it, sick to their stomach. Some are puking, some are crying, hunched over in the halls, outside. And I said this before. I'm just repeating something I've already said. When the Brunson brother came, oh, they're back again. They're going to try to get over here. No. Oh, second, no. Third time, no. John Rich recently, hey, don't forget about those guys. Pay attention to those guys. What? What do you mean? Oh, a few days later. Oh, now they're right. They got a video they just posted, which is not anything new, by the way. It's not even worth me telling you, oh, go watch the video. It's incredible. It's not. The fact that they just posted this a few days ago And then today I saw it on the Telegram of the Brunson brothers that they posted themselves to their own video. And I'm going, oh yeah, John Rich just told us a few days ago, didn't he? Or several days ago, whatever it was. I think we're about to see some fireworks. And Tori's like, oh, pray for the stuff in the Supreme Court. And I thought initially maybe she was just talking about the parental rights thing going there, where, you know, if we don't have parental rights at school, then what do we have as parents? I mean, for God's sakes, the schools can just run, you know, raise our kids for us, and we can't say no, you know, like. But is she also talking about this one? I don't know, but I got a sneaky suspicion it's going to get real interesting. And if these people are removed from power, could you imagine all the illegals who got in here right now, all the, what we're calling sleeper cells, me and Woo Dude, mainly because of what he said, that spirit showed him, they're going to get busy in a hurry. They're going to get busy in a hurry. So keep your eyes out. Let's see what happens here. Take it easy, guys.